Good evening. Welcome to the live session and for the course which you have credited. And as indicated in the last live session, let me again reiterate. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Now, let me again reiterate. The core objective of the live session is to clarify any doubts that you have after watching those videos. You would have watched, and we are almost toward the fag end of the course. And this is the last live session that we will be having for the course. Because I tend to have about one live session about every 3 weeks. So this is the last live session that we will have, 3 to 4 weeks. So this is the last live session we have. And we are that a couple of weeks and you are out to write the exam. So what the purpose of this live session is to address any queries, doubts, etc. that you have after watching those videos in the numericals, etc., etc. I've also seen a lot of questions, and most of the questions were pertaining towards what we call it as the examination related stuff. I mean, are the end term related stuff out there, most of the questions. So, if I have to read those questions and try to answer them, how much we have to cover the syllabus? Yeah, I have all the questions with me. I'm going to do one by one. Let me finish the questions and then let me take further questions from your side. There's the questions that are there from Vijay Kumar. First question, how much we have to cover the syllabus? Whatever I teach, the entire thing is the syllabus for the course. People go ahead. Mr. Bhavesh, any question, any query? You're not very clear. Come to you. Your question, Ms. Lima. Vipul Goel, I'm just first taking the questions who have already posted it on the discussion forum. I have a question related to exam. Is there negative marks? No, negative marks are not there. Can you share some sample or previous year's paper for practice? I will try to see if I could, TS can put up some sample papers out there, but most of the questions will be exactly on the pattern of the weekly quizzes that you have basically taken out there. Questions at the same level of the quiz. Almost at least about 40% of the end term will be at the level of the quiz. The rest of it will be at one notch higher. That's all. Not much, just one notch higher. Karthik Thakur, now I move to your question. This is the first course you are doing. What is the total number of questions that you will have? The end-term paper will have 3 sections. First section on financial accounting, second section on cost accounting, third section on financial management. Each of these 3 sections will have a set of multiple choice questions like you see in the quiz, about 8 to 10 questions, multiple choice, followed by 2 to 3 numerical problems where you will have to actually solve those numerical problems out there. 2 to 3 numerical problems. I just have the end term paper in front of me. If I have to say that, there will be 6 multiple choice questions, very simple in financial accounting, cost accounting, and financial management, followed by another about 8 to 10 questions of 2 marks each, which you will have to solve. Not very difficult, we will have to solve. It will again be on lines of what we see in the quiz out there. And then you will have, that is all what we have actually planned for each. Each of these will have 6 1 mark multiple choice questions, followed by 2 marks multiple choice questions of 10 questions out there. That is all what we are looking at for each of the sections. So each section will have 10 plus 6, about 16, 17 questions out there. and each of it all will be multiple choice questions. How many sections are there in the exam? I have already said. What is the weightage? Equal weightage for all the three. Are questions directly based on weekly assignments or mostly conceptual? Weekly assignments, yes, about 40 to 40% will be directly on weekly assignments, and some conceptual, some numerical, all those things could be there. Now, I come to the questions on which have been put up in the chat box. Karthik Thakur, how you're doing? This is my first NPTEL course, etc. Could you please guide me on the following? What are the total number of questions in the final exam? I just said that. What are the total marks of the exam? 12-week course. Total mark for the exam. We have the examination is for 90 marks out there. That is 30 marks for each of the section. 30 marks for financial management, 30 marks for cost, and 30 marks for management accounting. What type of questions? All are MCQ. MCQ will have numericals as well as conceptual. How many sections? 3. Are questions directly based on weekly assignment? Yes, partly yes, and it could be one level up. And I think I've clarified all this, Karthik. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Now I go to Lima's question, Lima Anthony. Will you get a chance to complete the incomplete assignments before the exam? Deadline, you'll have to complete the assignment before the deadline, madam. I'm sorry.
I was
That's the rule.
when I get back, it will be late. That is the reason.
Yeah, understandable, but this is not in my control, Ms. Lima, because I only...
Will I be able to write the exam, sir?
You will be able to write the exam. That is not an issue. You will be able to write the exam. Okay. That is not a problem. Because what happens is only the academic content is in my control. Administrative control is in the NPTEL.
This is my first NPTEL course. That's the reason.
That is fine. I hope there was some learning for you. That is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I'm not into finance, but this was very useful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Karthik, I think about 6 MCQ questions, 1 into 6. 10 MC2 into 20, yeah, 20. That is roughly about 26 marks plus 4 marks. We will have one. 1 second. Let me even look at the paper. For financial management, we have 10 MCQ numerical. For cost accounting and financial management, we'll have 12 MCQ numerical, which will make it 30. For financial management, we have 6 MCQ. I'll just type it out. For financial management, 6 MCQ of 1 mark, 10 MCQ of 2 marks, and 1 problem of 4 marks out there. Only 1 problem. Cost accounting and financial management, 6 MCQ of 1 mark, 12 MCQ of 2 marks. I hope that clarifies your question, Mr. Karthik. Am I with you, Mr. Karthik? Yeah. 90 marks. Perfect. Yes, Karthik, 90 marks. Any other question on the subject, on the learning, what you have had, on the lectures, on the academic content?
Sir, I had a question from the theory.
Yeah.
Sir, there was a limited liability company. And so how does that benefit the company itself? Because if a person is investing, shouldn't they be taking the equal risk or the liability too?
When you invest, normally what happens is in a limited enterprise, moment you say limited, my liability is limited to the extent of my investment. For example, there are equity shares which are being traded in the secondary market. When you own an equity share of a company, any company you look at, Infosys, TCS, any of these companies, what are you owning? You are a part owner of the firm. That is, you own the equity share to that extent. Might be 0.0001% or whatever it is to that extent. Now, if the company is folded up, if the company declares bankruptcy, what is your liability? Your liability is limited to your investment. You lose your investment. That's all. They cannot come after your personal property. So in what way it benefits the company? It benefits the investors out there as their liability gets invested. They cannot come and attach my personal property. Whereas when it is a sole proprietor, it is not a limited entity. Then what happens is, if I borrow money from the bank and I declare bankruptcy, then even my personal assets could be held liable in that particular case. Whereas when it is a limited entity, then it would be basically the liability of the investor is completely limited to the extent of investment that they have made. Am I with you, Ms. Jayati?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah, I think I have a couple of questions from Mr. Karthik out there. I just let me read that. It would be helpful for a first-time NPTEL learner like me if you could kindly share any sample questions of the previous year question paper, as it will help me understand the exam. But I can share, I may not, I don't know, because I think administratively they don't allow the previous year question paper to be shared completely. But I can share some sample questions from from there. Be simple. All the MCQs will be similar to the assignment. Your weekly assignment, what you see, your MCQs will be almost on that the same level, whether it is conceptual or numerical. It would not be very much, because at that level, at that broad background or pattern is what we maintain. I hope I have communicated, Mr. Karthik. Yeah, few sample questions I will ask my TAs to share, and they will be able to want a few sample questions. They'll just put it up about a few questions. They'll put it up. Sure. Just take care of it. Any other question? Any other query on the content, academic content? Any doubts you have, I can address those doubts. Any questions you have, I can address those questions.
The mistake quiz,
Hmm.
they will be taking 8 out of the best 12 assignments.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Muslima, I think I just got this clarified. I think there are 12 weekly assignments in all. We will take the best 8 out of the 12. So out of 12, if you have attempted 8, we will consider all the 8. I hope I've clarified a little more questions on that. Jankar has already shared a file which will give you the info on the scoring pattern. We look at what do you call it, the best 8 out of the 12 assignments that you have.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead, please, Ms. Jayati.
yes, sir. I was this course was really interesting, and I am fond of the subject too. So, could you please suggest on how to move further from here on this line?
Yeah, and next step, what you can look at is you could pick up any of the, because this is a very broad-based course, what I have taken. It's a very basic course. Now, you would want to sort of pick up something on corporate finance or financial accounting. Financial accounting, not much, but more on the corporate finance side, etc. I think pick up a specific course on corporate finance or business finance. There are NPTEL courses which are on basic corporate finance or NPTEL or corporate finance or business finance. Pick up one of those courses, and then you can sort of get a little more insight into the finance domain itself.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, the total exam marks is just 100. We'll scale it to 100. That's all. If my exam is for 90, we'll scale it to 100. Yes, Karthik. Your question on the image says the total marks is for 100. We'll scale it to 100.
Like 75%. Yeah.
Final exam is only 75% weightage, no? That's all. Any other question, please feel free to ask me. The very purpose of this live session is just to clarify doubts in the 12-week course that you have had. It's a live session where you get to interact with me and my TAs, Mr. Devang and Mr. Jayankar. Yes, Mr. Karthik. You want to go in the trading profession and I'm from BTech course. What should I approach next? Next, get a hang of corporate finance, then into investment management, investment and portfolio investment management. Where ultimately you'll have to get into what we call it as is putting direct message for me. Yeah. So you have to get into what we call it as investment management and derivatives. Investment management is one course, derivatives is the second course. But prior to that, you have to have the knowledge of finance to get into investment and derivatives. That is when you will be able to do some fundamental analysis, some technical analysis, both these analysis. So first do a basic corporate finance course, which will give you a good idea about finance. Then get into investment management course, which will give you some investments, what are the instruments, the kind of investment strategies and so on. Then do a course on derivatives, and then you can actually get good knowledge on this entire domain. I hope I'm clear, Mr. Karthik. The next couple of steps. Corporate finance, investment management, which could include derivatives or independently derivatives. And then you can sort of manage on your own after that. This is 23, it's too hot. 22, make it 22, AC 22. Any other question? Ms. Karthik, Ms. Jayati, Ms. Nima, Ms. Manjunatha, Mr. Bhavesh and Ms. Mansi. Any questions you can ask me. If there are no questions, then I would close the live session early, that's all. If there are questions, I can take it. I can take it till about 9:15 also. If there are no questions, I will have to close it I'll close it early, that's all.
Sir,
Yeah.
on the moving further on this line, I am doing data science and and I'm interested in the corporate finance. So
Okay.
if I want to move on with any internships or any work, is how do I proceed with that?
There is an interesting combo you will have. If you have data science, good. We look at what we call it as financial analytics. Your corporate finance will give you the basic knowledge in finance. Now you have to try and marry both your data science or data analytics or data science and finance. So you have to position yourself in what we call it as typically fin analytics. In fin analytics, there are various ways of domains to position yourself in fin analytics. You can look at the kind of investment data crunching. You can look at financial forensics. I offer a course on financial forensics also. You can even get into financial forensics and so on and so forth. So when you do both corporate finance and data analysis, now you should look at integrating these two and making the best out of it. So you should look for opportunities where you can integrate more in the financial analytics space.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Vijay. Yeah. Anything else? I can take it. Any other question? I can take it. I'm going to be online. I'm going to be here till about. If there are no questions, I'm going to be here. I'll close at 8:30. If there are questions, I can go on till 9:15. So I'm just going to be online, but you guys have to ask me questions. Because unless the questions come from you, it's difficult for me to answer. Are there any subjects you teach in NPTEL taught by you? I did a course on financial forensics. That is not directly on NPTEL, that is for BS program what we have. That is also available. I'm recording a few courses. It should all be up online in the next couple of months. Any questions? Thank you, Karthik. Any other question? Okay, I'm going to stay on till about 8:35. If you have questions, I'll take it and go on. Otherwise, we'll close at 8:35. Yeah, there's one chat question. Bhavesh, admit card has not been released yet. I think that is an administrative matter. Please check with the NPTEL office. I think they'll be able to clarify that, Mr. Bhavesh. Thank you. Yeah, if there are any questions, I can take it. Otherwise, I'm going to stick around for 5 minutes. If there are no questions, I'm going to close it. There's no point in all of us hanging around. Any questions more again?
Discussion forum.
Just put in a discussion box. Yeah. Again, checking with you. If there are any questions? If there are no questions, I'll close it. Okay. Fine. There are no questions. I think I'll close the discussion forum because there's no point in hanging around. If there are questions, I can take it, else I'll close it. Okay. Wish you all the best. Thank you. I'm closing the meeting, online meeting. Thank you.